A frightful power, if what you say is true. This spell of such magic would go far in explaining how Galerius so swiftly...
I shudder to think what unspeakable evil I wrought upon our world, though there is no greater misdeed than turning my spear upon you.
That's enough. You mustn't blame yourself any... But I do wonder, how is this ring capable...
In truth, I had believed it to be mere regalia, a symbol of your birthright, and to think the power of cleansing truly... Your Highness, that is the Ring of the Unicorn. Ancestral treasure of Corny. Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil. But
The Orthodoxy has a similar story about the Holy Unicorn. How it was a sacred beast able to purge. It's entirely possible that the ring that bears its image is somehow...
Should Galerius's rule be built upon a foul sorcery that fetters... Then this ring is the ray of light that will pierce its wing.
Your words ring true, my prince.
indeed, were we able to free those bound by his...
It might just bring the iron wall of Zenoira crap...
All told, I've often found myself plagued with doubt. Is it justice that guides our march? Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to... Walk it I will, Mother. Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled, and... And how does Hodrick fare?
Well, all things considered. Any fog that lingered in his mind seems to have cleared, and he stands ready. By the way, Your Highness, allow me to brief you on our plans for when we arrive. Among the Liberation members I've mustered in my past excursions is a young yet skilled knight by the name... I'll ride to bring him to you the moment we've reached solid...
You have my thanks.
A word?
Is something wrong?
Well... No, it's nothing.
Are you sure? Anxiety will be the death of you if you keep it bottled up like...
It really isn't important, I assure you. It's just... our lives have changed so drastically from the peace we have.
I can't say I feel any different. But I've always known this day would come. It's why I've spent all these years training under Joseph's careful instruction. A shame you never had the chance to meet my mother. She was always one to blaze a path forward, but as her heir, I intend to lead in much...
Is that why you and Lex spent all your days banging swords down at the...
You've seen that. You know, Hodrick was likely but one of many, and assuming the others who surrendered to Zenoira are being controlled as he was, we may just... Yet our liberation is still in its nascent days. Promising, yes, but gravely fragile as well. Which is precisely why I'll need your help, Scarlet. To reclaim peace for all...
Elaine. Of course. I'll do everything I can. As is my role as a priest...
Hey, don't forget about me.
Lex.
What?
I'm sorry, my prince. Decorum doesn't come naturally to this fool.
It's all right. When you've known each other as long as we have, there's no reason to let formality bind us.
But there are protocols to observe. Rules we must follow as vassals in service of the crown. Still, I'm of the same mind. I'll give my all in the royal name, Your Majesty.
Thank you all. I couldn't...
explain. Why have you stopped?
We're surrounded.
Not the welcome party I was hoping for.
Get your vile claws off of me!
Let her go!
I should have known you'd be behind this treachery, Renault.
What is the meaning of this?
Apologies for the icy reception, but we've business.
What business could you have with Scarlet? Unhand her this...
No, I don't think that will be happening. I act under orders from Emperor Galarius. As for what he plans to do with her, that's not... Yet I shall see it done all the...
No! Scarlet!
I'm ashamed to hear you met such misfortune before I...
Your Highness, this man is Clive, the knight we...
A pleasure.
Still, it rankles. I never would have dreamt that Galarius was after Scarlet, and not you, my prince.
Who was that knight who took her?
His name is Renault, formerly a proud servant of Queen Elenia. Not a... And just as I fell victim to Galarius and his foul magic, it would...
All the same, why
Perhaps her role as a priestess has something to do. Lately I've heard tell of Zenoira's desire to spread its roots into the making one with direct ties a prime target.
In any case, the risk to her safety is clear, should she fall into Galarius. And sitting idly by only serves to stoke my worry further. Let us be off.
Wouldn't do that if I was you. No chance you're helping the girl if you don't even know where you're going.
And you are?
Don't worry, he's a friend. A collaborator of mine by the name of
Fancy way to refer to a spy. You need intel, dirt, or just the latest weather, I'm your man.
And what of Renault?
Road east, faster than a clap of thunder. I can only assume he's going... But the real problem is his army of mercenaries. We want after Renault. We've got to...
Your Highness, we all share your sense of urgency, but we've no hope of aiding Scarlet without
Right. We depart as soon as... We march.
I take arms. How shall I proceed? At once.
The time is at hand. Onward. Your villainy ends here. Fine job. Well fought. Come then. We march on. Another step forth. Victory grows ever closer.
They won't know what hit them. Sure thing. You got it.
Your orders, my liege. Forward.
To me. You face me. Good. A fine bout. Your villainy ends here. A fine job. Well fought. Time is at hand. Onward.
How shall I proceed? Received.
The path is set.
You're not fit to be rust on my spear.
Hold fast!
A victory for the liberation. None shall ever harm you.
is ours now.
Ready. Yes, sir.
I shall be your shield.
We march. Onward. Come then. We march on.
Not let this go to waste.
A fine bout. The time is at hand. The path is set.
I'm up. You got it.
You shall go no further.
Stand true!
A thrilling battle. One victory begets another. You're not fit to be rust on my spear.
I have you!
They lie defeated. My shield shall never break.
Your villainy ends here. Good. I must never yield. Victory grows ever closer. We march. To me.
Sure thing.
Onward.
How shall I proceed? Forward!
This isn't gonna end well.
Your orders, my liege.
I'm up.
We march. To me.
Well, looking finally.
In service of the crown.
You shall go no further. I've much room to improve. One victory begets another.
Alone, are you?
What happened to your friends?
Long gone by now. But with all the time about, never could have done without you lot chasing me halfway to hell and back, though.
The fort's empty, Your Majesty. Not a soul in sight.
Guy laid out the bait, and we just had to take a nibble.
Strange. Few leaders would play the sacrificial lamb and...
Off like weak old mud if I hadn't hurt my leg on our little... But hey, that's just part of the job. You're gambling with your life, the second...
Then you know how this ends.
Stay your blade, Lex. There's something I need to ask. What does Galerius want with Scarlet? I'll take any scraps of information you may have.
You do realize I'm just hired. They keep my pockets nice and heavy, and that's as far as... So, sorry, but I'm not a questions kind of guy. At least not...
Well, what do we do with...
Let's say I offered to fill those pockets instead. What then?
First, I'd ask if you still had all your marbles, but I'm not the discriminating type.
If this is supposed to be a joke, I'm not laughing. We're trying to beat the enemy.
It's not every day you come across a man willing to greet the heavens in order to see his allies. Now, our aim is to liberate these lands from the oppressive clutches of Zenoira and its I'd ask your aid in that battle.
You know, I'd heard you were nothing more than the crumbs of some spineless resistance that got chewed up, and never would have guessed you're really just a pack of reckless.
This so-called lunatic is none other than Prince Elaine, true-born heir to the and our war is a right...
You're trotting around the crown brat of a dead-and-gone kingdom trying to flip a whole damn empire? Sorry, kids, but I don't like them.
Doesn't sound like he's interested.
Hope you know I don't come cheap.
Does that mean you'll join us?
Granted, you're willing to foot the bill. Kingmaking's not an everyday job for him, but you've seen enough to know I'm worth the gold. So we got a deal? We'll even cut you a little disc.
Now that we've settled matters here, we move to rescue Scarlet. Time...
Indeed. It's more than evident Galerius had some grand purpose. Delivering her from his bloodied talons may strike a heavy blow to the heart of it.
Perhaps, but this is far sooner than we had planned. Our allies remain scattered through Casting the gauntlet at Renault's feet would only send us...
If I may add, there are those among Galerius's adherents who willfully chose to betray the Queen. I fear we have no hope of avoiding conflict with...
It would seem we'll need to bolster our ranks then.
Your Highness, upon ushering you to Palavia, I labored tirelessly to build a foundation upon which the I have seen great suffering in our lands, 'tis true, and yet greater resentment harbored by the oppressed. I have every faith such fierce emotion will spur... My prince, fly your crest, cross the banner up, spearhead the rebellion against Zenoira, and you will surely find kindred spirits ready to...
Then I will do just that. I only ask that you be the crutch I may lean on when the perils of war grow too great to...
If it's steel you're after, you're in the right place. Done and done. Is this some kind of joke? That's nowhere near enough. Be seeing ya.